2018 was the year when everything began. We had a longer break and sailed from Mexico to Belize, from Belize to Honduras, and then to Costa Rica, Panama, and finally we arrived in Colombia. During the trip, we saw a lot of garbage and plastic where it doesn't belong, especially on islands that are still uninhabited. Last point of our journey was Colombia, and here especially Cartagena, a very nice old city founded by Spanish people some centuries ago, and a wonderful place to stay, by the way. Inspired by the new idea of founding an NGO, we set off to a mountain lake called Caño de Correa in the Mata de Piedra. Unfortunately, the climb was much more difficult than planned. It took us 3 hours only to get to this small lake. Everything was full of mosquitoes. It was very humid and we were sweating really like hell. And still it was cold in the Alps, in these South American Alps. And I also found some special places like this one with a skull in it. So very likely also drug dealers used this place.
Easy on the ground, slippery. It's getting heavy.
We used the landing net to get the fish and also the plastic out of the lake.
Take
The fish,
care about
only
the
one
snakes.
for our lunch, and the plastic, of course, to get back to Cartagena afterwards.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and a lot of plastic, huh?
There are also some small houses around the lake. So, because we have been quite close to Cartagena and people are using it like in Europe for weekends. And also for us, it was more safe since we could use a well-trodden path to avoid any unwanted encounters. Unwanted encounters, especially are snakes, scorpions, especially the small ones. The big ones you can easily see, and they are not so poison than the small ones. And spiders, which usually you don't see during the day.
All right.
Seems to be our target. Let's see how big it is.
Our biggest success was finding a fisher net, and although it looks quite small, the total length was 14 meters and the total width about 2.5 meters. So probably it was used nearby the coast of the lake for a certain area to fish much more efficiently. But unfortunately, like everywhere in the world, fisher nets are forgotten, or when they are too old, just left on the place where they have been used the last time. And then they're still killing a lot of fish and also a lot of birds who can escape from this net once they have one foot inside the net, and so for them it's almost impossible to escape.
Hello, Josh.
Hi Anna.
Hi. Let's tell us why are we here?
So we got some information from local people that on this lake there is a lot of plastic and in the ghost nets, and that's special because usually you expect ghost nets in the ocean and not in a lake in Latin America.
Which organization you are?
So we are from Ocean Quest, new name. So previously the Ocean Robotics Project. And Ocean Quest is now, let's say, the umbrella for both the robotics project and also the NGO. And we are also developing robots, gliders and drones to detect the plastic, to detect ghost nets. And of course here, as you can see in the surrounding, we have to use a classic method, our muscles, and it took us 3 hours to come to this lake. So I hope we find something. If not, then it's also good because then there is no plastic.
So let's start the action.
All right, thank you for joining.